Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 24, Warcraft. The other teenagers looked a little strange at Han Feng, Yan father and mother. Their father has always been serious. In the face of such a serious father, they can't manage to pester his father to tell them stories. The mother is a little more gentle, but the city was only built in recent decades, and the development process is too short. This has also led to their mothers being ordinary people, without much knowledge. Naturally, it is impossible to instill this common sense into them. It's just Han Tiancheng's gentle temper that will be patient. These teenagers don't know if they should be jealous or lucky. Instructor Lin said solemnly, Han Feng did say the effect, but it is too broad. Now I will elaborate on it. In fact, it doesn't have to be on a tree to make a mark. It can be anywhere else, depending on your own interests. Carve this mark, you can tell whether you are lost, whether you are spinning in place, and even based on the mark, you can tell where you are at the moment. Especially when you are being chased by someone, engraving the mark can prevent you from losing your position in a hurry. In the jungle, there are too many similar places. If you don't make a mark, it is very likely that you will treat two different locations as one. Han Lin said suddenly, if you can engrave these marks, wouldn't it be easy for the chaser to know your location? Instructor Lin gave Han Lin an admiring look. Yes, so when you engrave the mark, you must try to engrave it in an inconspicuous place, and preferably a mark that is not easy to distinguish. For example, you made an arrow. It's too obvious. When certain sects are practicing together, they have specific marks and locations to tell the direction of the same sect. All of these need to be summarized slowly in the future. I won't talk about these now, let's move on. In the next way, Instructor Lin explained a lot of common sense. These common sense, some young people know some do not know at all. This way, the teenagers have gained a lot. Even during this period, Han Yongxing and the three of them were unwilling to only say some knowledge. Soon, the group came to the inner periphery of Yufeng Mountain. Here, first-level monsters are rare, most of them are second-level monsters. Han Lei, I'll leave this golden pangolin to you. In front of the group of people, a pangolin monster looked at the crowd vigilantly. Because Instructor Lin and others have reduced their breath, this golden pangolin can only find the breath of Han Lin and others. This breath is not strong, so although the golden pangolin was vigilant, it did not leave. Me? Han Lai pointed his finger at himself, a little unbelievable. Instructor Lin nodded, yes, it's you. This golden armor pantograph is just a second-level monster that has just evolved. According to the level of cultivation, it is even lower than you. Your basic long punch and basic leg skills have also reached completion, and your claw condensing skills are barely close to small. In the realm, as long as you can fully display 10% of your strength, you can solve this golden armored mountain within 3 strokes. Beyond the 3 tricks, it means you need to exercise. Han Lai swallowed, gritted his teeth, and stood out. Seeing Han Lai, the Jinjia Pongshan grinned hideously, and his sharp teeth flashed a white light. The golden armored pangolin is just average from a distance, but as he approached, Han Lai was horrified to find that the golden armored pangolin was half a person tall and huge, and Han Lai trembled all over. Jinjia Pongshan may also know Han Lai's fear, his grin was bigger, and he made an attack. But at this time, Han Lai just looked at the Jinjia Pongshan dumbly. Roar! Jinjia Pongshan couldn't help it, and wanted to swallow Han Lai into his mouth and jumped away. What? Han Lai let out a scared scream, and rolled around on the spot, enough to escape the attack of the Jinjia Pongshan mountain. Roar! Jinjia Pongshan is dissatisfied, the food is not good, waiting to be bitten by it, and planning to escape. Under the anger, the golden armor pantograph roared more violently. On the other side, Han Lin said anxiously, Instructor, go on like this. Instructor Lin waved his hand with a serious expression, you can't make a move, you can't stand it even at this level, it will only get worse in the future. Han Lin, you must remember that the trial you participated in is not a safe trial. Needless to say, the city lord, He is just a person sent by the Emperor of the Great Jin Kingdom to monitor whether our families are connected with other countries, whether they have rebellious intentions, and there is no threat. Moreover, there are people sent by the country, and the city built is recognized by the country. If any power destroys the city, it will be hunted down by the country. A city that is not recognized by the state will be destroyed, and no one will take revenge. But in the same way, as the Lord of the city, he will not care about the disputes between our families. Now our families in People's Midtown are in the development stage. Every once in a while, families have been promoted and their strength has greatly increased, and families have suffered major losses and their status has plummeted. In order to enhance the strength of the family, on the one hand, it is necessary to enhance the cultivation of family members, and on the other hand, to suppress other families. The best way is to eliminate the geniuses of other families. In the trial 1 month later, you are likely to encounter the strangulation of other family geniuses, without strength, without certain beliefs, then. Han Lin and others' complexions changed drastically. Will they die during the trial? www. Well, novel. Tilde? Han Feng's expression hasn't changed much. Judging from the movement of this training, Han Feng has already guessed this, so Han Feng can't wait to improve his strength. At this time, Han Lai had been chased by the Golden Pangs in a panic, unclothed, and scars everywhere. If Han Lai's own cultivation was not higher than the golden armor, it is estimated that he would fall. Instructor Lin suddenly screamed, "Han Lai, fight me up. See you now, are you still an elite of the Han family? It's just a waste. You don't even dare to fight the second-level monsters you just promoted, what else can you do? You have practiced your inner strength for so long, just to avoid?" Instructor Lin's successive questions made Han Lai daze. Waste? Is he really trash? Han Lai spurted out a mouthful of blood, was swept by the tail of the golden armor pangolin, and flew out. Ahem. Ahem. Han Lai stood up awkwardly, a burst of anger suddenly ignited in his chest. Before he came, he had always regarded himself as an elite of the Han family, but now, he has been called waste. Isn't it just a mere second-level beast, what to be afraid of? Kill and kill. Jinjia Pangolin's playful eyes became cold, and he became vigilant again, staring coldly at the food in front of him. In the feeling of Jinjia Pangolin, this strange two-legged food suddenly felt a sense of danger.